Hey guys, happy Monday. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia. Anyways, a little mild winter day, I suppose. So wanted to get out and throw something at you. I know tonight is the national championship football game. A lot of y'all will stay up late tonight and watch that. I'll probably make it for at least one quarter of it. I don't know. But it did dawn on me something else. I'm going for Clemson, by the way. Don't write me letters. I won't read them anyways. But they're the only other team around here that wears orange. So what can I say? Football games remind me of one thing, and that's alcohol. That's drinking. Just as part of life around here. So I was talking to one of our friends that's going to be starting this program up with us, and we were talking about this issue, and the analogy dawned on me about how many of you all in this group are parents. And what is the one thing that is one of the most important parts of parenting that you want to know about your kids? It's who they're hanging out with, right? It's like when they go to school, you don't want them hanging out with a bad crowd because you know who they hang out with ultimately influences their behavior and who they become. Same thing as adults. Like if you want to hang out, if you want to be a successful person, one of the biggest pieces of advice I or anyone else could give you is to hang out with other successful people. Well, alcohol to me, this topic of alcohol, as we're still early in this year and crafting goals and trying to hit it hard and really be transformative here early on, the thought of alcohol came to mind in the same way. The problem with alcohol in most of our lives isn't the substance in and of itself. I'm not claiming that a lot of y'all have drinking problems or anything like that. To me, the problem with alcohol is who it hangs out with. It doesn't tend to hang out with other predictors of really high success. You know, we know how to calculate alcohol. We can fit it into our macros, we can fit it into our day and it not do too much damage. And from a numbers standpoint, I think all that's fine. Well, that's why we've never told you can't have it. But from a behavioral standpoint, remember, we're not just here playing a numbers game. We're here to try to change behavior and create positive behavior changes in our lives that lead to success not only nutritionally and fitness-wise, but into lots of areas of your life. And alcohol just seems to me like it doesn't hang out with a lot of those things that we would think of as positive. You know, I mean, margaritas seems to hang out with chips and salsa, right? And beer tends to hang out with chicken wings and nachos and football games. And there's just all these things. Alcohol tends to hang out with staying up too late sometimes and not sleeping very well. And it tends to hang out with not getting up in the morning and going to the gym and feeling great and crushing that workout. And it tends to just hang out with lots of little things in life that aren't necessarily the most positive things. It's not that you can't be successful still drinking alcohol regularly. It's just the same thing as if I said it's not like your child can't still be a good kid and still turn out well because they're really disciplined and strong with hanging out with the bad crowd all the time. They could. It's just that the chances are pretty slim and the chances of messing up are pretty high when you're in that environment. The same as with alcohol. You could have those drinks, track it properly. You could refrain from the chips and salsa and refrain from the nachos and chicken wings. But will you? That's the question. Will you when you're in that environment? I don't know. Even if you do, it's surely a whole lot harder to do so. So I think it's worth at least considering for a lot of y'all, perhaps taking a break from it, maybe putting it up on the shelf for a while here that now that we're in January in 2019, not because it's a problem, not because it's an issue, but just because it's removing one of those little crutches. I was that way several years ago. You know, I would watch TV at night and fix myself one drink, and it wasn't like I had a drinking problem, but it was I would do it daily, every other day at least maybe, and lo and behold, I woke up one day and I was the heaviest I've ever been. Now, was it a direct causation from the drinking? Probably not. It's probably because I ate too much of things. But I do think it's because, it was one of the bad crowds I was hanging out with that led to that problem. So my challenge for you guys is this, is that alcohol in a lot of your all's lives, it's a crutch. It's a friend that's not the wrong kind of friend. It's the friend that you call when you've had a hard day at work. It's the friend that you call when you have an emotional traumatic event. It's the friend that you call when you need to unwind. It's the friend that you call to replace something else in your life that you could, if you would really sit down and think about it, get from a more positive friend. It's the wrong kind of friend. And so I want a lot of y'all to think about that. And it's just one of my challenges for you all. I haven't quit drinking. Like I still, if it's my birthday or it's a special event or a concert, I'll have some drinks with my friends. But on a daily, like a regular basis, it's just not a friend that I hang out with anymore. And I would really challenge a lot of you all to think about that the same. So take that for what it's worth, guys. Go chew on it a little bit and go Tigers. See ya.